Welcome to Hatha Yoga, slightly shorter, no, not shorter, just relaxed and less movement and more holding of postures. That's what we're going to do today. 1 hour, and we'll also not forget about the breath. We're going to close the eyes. We're going to start just with feeling our body, the way we're sitting here. And if you choose to sit differently than me, not cross-legged, it's fine as well. And we just let ourselves get heavy in the body. The eyelids are getting heavy. The head is getting heavy. And the shoulders and the arms and the hands are getting heavy. We're just going to sit here, nice and straight spine, and maybe feel your spine lengthen as you inhale. But feel that relaxation in every part of your body as you exhale. In through the nose and out through the nose. If you're new or if you just want to get a deeper sense of how you're breathing, bring one hand on your chest and one on your stomach and follow that movement of the breath. As you inhale, chest and stomach rise. And as you exhale, chest and stomach fall. And most of the time during the day, we tend to breathe up here in the chest, sometimes a little bit lower here with our intercostal muscles being engaged. But we want to make sure that every time we breathe in, our stomach rises. Every time we breathe out, our stomach falls. And that way, we know that we're activating our parasympathetic nervous system. We're going through the diaphragm, the vagus nerve to calm our body down. So we'll try and keep that breath up every time we breathe in, every time we breathe out. Slow, relaxed. Bring the hands back down into the knees or legs. And we take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we drop the chin to the chest. Nice and slow. Just lengthening the neck muscles. And feeling all the tension drop from the shoulders. And we keep our spine straight. So it's not exactly the same as when we're hunching over at a desk. The spine is nice and straight. Shoulders are gently rolling towards the back and sliding down away from the ears. We take a deep breath in and slowly raise the head so that we're looking up, or if we want to close the eyes still and just stretching the throat. And only going as far as is comfortable for you. So any issues here in the cervical spine, if you don't want to go all the way up, just take things easy. And breathe and feel that breath in the back of your throat. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, straighten the head. You can keep the eyes closed for all of this. If you want to watch, then watch. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. You might feel that this stretching is enough, and that's absolutely fine. If you want to do a little bit more, you can bring the right hand onto the head and deepen a little bit more. And you alone will feel if that's enough, or if you want to go deeper, keep that arm nice and relaxed, but you can add a little bit of pressure. Just make sure you don't overstretch here. It should still be nice and comfortable. Now from here, reach that arm to the side, left arm, and then open the palm to the ceiling. Good. We take a deep breath in and raise the arm, and we exhale and bring the arm down. Inhale, palm opens up towards the ceiling, arm goes up. Exhale, palm downwards, and we come down. One more time. Breathe in, raise the arm, and breathe out. Bring the arm down. And this time, bring the top of the hand onto your opposite waist, and drop the chin down towards your collarbone, and all the way to the chest. And then release your hand. Inhale, and raise the head. And exhale, release that arm. Hope that felt nice, because we'll do it on the other side. Take a deep breath in and exhale, drop your left ear to the left shoulder. Shoulders nice and relaxed as before. And then we'll decide if that's stretching it enough, especially if you've been sitting at a desk all day. If there's any tension here in the cervical spine, stay where you are. If you want to add a little bit more pressure, Push that head gently down, keeping the arm completely relaxed and keeping your breath relaxed as well. And from here, take that arm to the side. Inhale and raise the arm. Exhale and lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, palm guides the way up. And exhale, palm goes down. One more time, deep breath in. And slow breath out. We're in no rush at all. Good. Now from here, bring that top of the hand onto your left waist and gently bring your chin towards the collarbone. Stay here for a moment and then lower the chin to the chest. Release your left arm and slowly raise the head. Good. And we're going to release the hands. Take a deep breath in. Look up to the ceiling. Exhale and float the arms down. Inhale, raise the arms, look up. Exhale, now bring the elbows down, palms open, dig the elbows into your side and then take them towards the back as if you wanted the elbows to touch behind you. They won't, but that's where they're aiming. Inhale and raise the arms, look up. Exhale and bring the elbows towards each other. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale and raise the arms. Exhale and bring the elbows towards each other. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, raise the arms. And now from here, interlock the hands, push the palms away from you. Keep your shoulders relaxed, but try and stretch the arms out as much as you can. Take a deep breath in and exhale, go over towards the right side. Look up to the ceiling and slowly lower your gaze, look down to the ground. Breathe in and look back up. Breathe out and come back. Keep the arms up here. They might be a little bit heavy now. We keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the arms strong and straight. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Go over to the left side. Look up to the ceiling. Deep breath into the left side, right side of the body. Exhale and drop your gaze. Look down to the ground. Inhale and raise the head again. Exhale and come back to center. Slowly float the arms down. And then roll your shoulders to the back. Good. And stay with that awareness of your breath. Slow and relaxed breath. Very good. And from here, fingertips onto the ground. Walk the fingertips away from you. Look towards the left. And look a little bit further towards the back. Can you feel that stretch in your arms? And then slowly come back to the front. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, look towards the right. Gently take your head a little bit further to the back. And come back. Shake off the arms. Drop the chin to the chest. And we'll slowly make our way onto all fours. Padmanasana or tabletop pose. Knees underneath the hips. Hands underneath the shoulders. And just as a reminder, fingers are spread wide. Good. Now from here, take a deep breath in, arch your back and look up. Breathe out, round your back, drop the head. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. And now we'll just listen to our own breath and we'll let the breath guide our movement. So if you are breathing in really slowly, slow down that movement. And if you're breathing out really slowly, slow down that movement too. You don't have to be at my speed. We all have our own breath. Our own breath has its rhythm. Every breath is a little bit different than the one before. So we'll listen very carefully to what our breath is doing. Good, and we slowly come back to center. We take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we send that flexed right foot towards the back. Straighten out the leg. Very good. Now point the toes and then draw a circle with your toes. Going in one direction, doesn't matter which one first, and then in the other direction. Very good. We're going to point the toes towards the back. Now feel as if someone was pulling at your leg, not towards the back in any way, but pulling the leg out of its socket. It's not a great thing to think about, but it's very good to imagine what I mean. Now reach that left arm to the front, fingertips go to the front, and then we're going to flex the hands, so fingertips go up. We take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, the fingertips go down. Inhale, hand goes up. Exhale, hand goes down. Inhale, the hand goes up, and exhale, the hand goes down. Now from here, grab hold of your back foot. Very good. And once you've got that hold of the back foot, raise the knee as high as you can and really push away from the ground here. Strong right hand, strong right shoulder. And we look to the front, or we look up to the ceiling, or we can even look to the left and all the way towards the back here. Feel that stretch in your right and your left shoulder and arm. Good. We take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we release. If we need a little break, feel free to come into child's pose. Might feel good for your arms. And then slowly make your way onto all fours. Very good. We start with a deep breath in. And on the exhale, flex the left foot, send the left leg away from you. Very good. And we're going to point the toes towards the back, and we're going to roll the toes. And if you're right-handed like me, then this side might be a little bit harder for you. Now we'll go the other way. Good. And then point your toes towards the back. Again, feel as if someone was pulling at your leg. It's nothing that you'll see, but it's that feeling here that you've got in the hip. Now reach that right arm to the front. Flex the hand. So the hand goes up. On an exhale, lower the hand. Try and keep the hand straight. Raise the hand all the way up and lower all the way. Good. And hopefully you'll feel that not just in the top of the hand and the wrist, but also in your forearm. Very good if you've been doing a lot of typing or just maybe resting your hand on the keyboard, also something that can mess with our arms a little bit here. Good. Now from here, grab hold of your foot at the back. Find that connection first. Once you're stable, raise the knee high. Good. And you can keep looking to the front. You can raise your head and look up towards the ceiling. Or you can turn your head to the right and look all the way towards the back. Good. And keep that left arm really strong. Very good. Take a last deep breath in. And on the exhale, release. Again, you've got the option of coming into child's pose, pushing the hips to the back, knees can be apart or together, whatever feels right. If you want to stay on all fours, that's fine as well. You decide. It's your class. Good. Slowly come back onto all fours. That's shifting the hips from side to side. Very good. And spread the fingers wide. Keep them spread wide and walk your feet towards the hands. Keep the hips low and try and bring your feet to the outside of the hands. Now, if you notice that your heels are rising off the ground, step the feet further apart and keep the hips a little bit higher if you need to. Sink the hips as low as you can though. Bring the hands to the heart center and try and use the elbows to push the knees a little bit further apart. Malasana or garland pose. And we're gently raising our gaze towards the ceiling. That helps us get that straightness in the spine. And we'll take deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And while that can be quite a peaceful pose, I know it's also quite a deep pose. So don't worry if it's hurting, if it's uncomfortable. We're not going to stay forever. But I want you to focus just on your breath and on staying here without thinking too much about where we're going next. Basically just being mindful, staying in the present moment, in through the nose and slowly out. Good. From here, on your next exhalation, bring the hands down, push the hips up, nice and slowly straighten the legs all the way, drop your head. And you can bend the legs here one by one, shifting the hips to the side. It's starting to warm up a little bit, and then your torso can come from side to side as well. And most importantly, we're still aware of the breath. We have all the time in the world to take those deep and slow breaths. Probably the first time today that we're focusing on the breath. So let's enjoy this. Now, fingertips onto the ground. Feel free to keep the legs bent if you need to. Slowly walk your hands to the shins. Roll the shoulders to the back. And then sink your hips down. Good. We're going to sink a little lower. And then raise the arms. Look up. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bring the hands back down. Same thing with the feet together. So let your big toes touch. Let the inside of the heels touch. Knees together. Sink the hips down. Maybe the hips can be in line with your knees. Now breathe in and raise the arms and torso. And then rather than pushing the buttocks to the back, try and tuck the tailbone under a little bit and keep breathing. Good. Now we're going to smile as well because this is fun and we are here for fun. We're going to look up to the ceiling. We're going to keep the shoulders relaxed. Arms are reaching upwards. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we go a little bit deeper. Good. Enjoy each breath you're taking. And on the next exhale, come into a forward fold. The legs stretched. We're going to drop the head. And we'll let ourselves hang here. Now, two options. You can bring the hands to your elbows and rock from side to side. Or you can keep the hands on the ground or hug them around the calves if you like. That's actually three options. Good. So wherever you are, you can start a little bit of movement here in the upper body. You'll start feeling that you need to balance a little bit. Good. Slowly slide the hands to the shins, coming into a halfway lift. Arms straight, torso straight. Look down to the ground. Now inhale and raise the arms to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades, shift your weight into the toes, maybe even raising the heels off the ground, but that's optional. Good, and on the next deep breath in, raise the arms, straighten the torso, look up to the ceiling. Good, and we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Very good. We're going to start with a bit of balance. That gets easier as we get more into yoga, but it's a good thing to start with it. We're going to slide that left foot to the inner thigh, right inner thigh. If that's too much and you feel you're too wobbly or if it's just too high, then you can always come to the lower leg. Try not to make it your knee if you hurt your patella. Good. And now from here, gently push that knee towards the back. You want to open up your hip here. And then we're going to inhale and raise the arms. And we're going to exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Good. And like I said, if you're a bit wobbly at the start of the class, when we're still probably thinking about what the day has brought and all the things we still need to do tomorrow or tonight, we're probably not that much in the headspace to be balanced. So don't worry if this is hard and you're normally better at balancing. But also forget that it's about being good at balancing. This is really just about us being the way we are right now and breathing into our body. Good. And for those hardcore balancing acts, where you can close the eyes as well. This is very, very difficult. So don't worry if you don't want to do it or if you try it and you find yourself wobbling along. That's completely fine. But if you want, I'll give it a try. Good. Now, as you close the eyes, don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Good. slowly release and shake off. One of my gurus always said it's not about what pose you do, it's about how you do it. So we want to make sure we're really in that moment, we're holding that pose for long enough, we're feeling all the benefits. Other side, right foot comes in towards the left inner thigh or lower leg, not the knee. Good. And we'll gently push that right knee towards the back, opening up the hips. Don't push the hips to the back, we're in one straight line. Inhale, raise the arms. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Very good. And you might find that one side works much better than the other. If you're super wobbly, there's nothing wrong with grabbing hold of a chair or a wall that's nearby if you've got one. There's, so much going on in this pose. There's obviously the legs, that supporting leg is working for you. You'll probably feel, the more we're standing here, the more you'll feel the muscles in your feet really grounding you. So this is why it's called the tree pose, because our supporting foot is becoming that root. And from there up, we're going to feel muscles work, calf, ankle, of course, your hips, your thighs. And the upper body is just as important. So we're just as proud to be standing here. We're not hunching, we're not doing anything like that. Shoulders are rolling gently back, hands at the heart center. Maybe the elbows are in line with the wrists. Again, you've got the option of closing the eyes, seeing how that works, what you don't have to. So everything here is optional. And if you need to come out of the pose because you've been in it for too long and everything's hurting and you're getting frustrated, come out of the pose, maybe decide to go back into it. So Hatha Yoga is all about holding positions for a long time. Hat or Hatha, you mean a lot of things. Yoking, controlling the body, and asana, which is this one posture. So Vriks asana, tree pose posture. Asana means holding a position for a long time. So that's all it is. I think we've held for long enough though. Release and relax. Very good. And we're going to step to the front of the mat. So we've got enough space to step backwards. Feet together again, big toes touch. There can be a mini bit of space between the heels if you want. We're going to take a deep breath in and raise the arms and look up. And then we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center, come halfway down, keeping the legs as straight as we can, then we can bend a little bit, nice and proud in our upper body. Now hands come all the way down to the ground and we drop our head. And take a couple of breaths here. Very good. Now hands next to the feet. Bend the legs if you need to. And on an inhale, step that right leg to the back. And then exhale and sink your hips down. If this is too much, you want to relax that back leg, that's absolutely fine. Go ahead. Very good. Now spread the fingers of the right hand wide. That hand is going to support you. Push into that hand and inhale and raise the left arm to the ceiling. And we can look up to the ceiling. If that's uncomfortable in any way, just look to the side or maybe even down. You might find that your gaze helps you to open up a little bit more, to twist a little bit deeper, but we still want to make sure that we're comfortable in the neck muscles. If halfway through this pose, you're deciding this is too much, you need to bring that back knee to the ground, go ahead. Sometimes it's good not to know how long we're staying here because that means that you're actually focusing exactly on this moment right now without thinking, oh, just 2 more breaths, it's all right. Good, now slowly release on the next exhalation. We're going to bring that back knee down and we're going to relax the top of the foot. Now from here, bring that left leg to the back. Push the hips to the back into child's pose for a moment if you want. You don't have to. You can stay where you are, but it might feel quite nice for the legs here. Good, and slowly come up. And you'll notice that your hands are a little bit further forwards than the shoulders. So shift forwards a bit so the hips come further forwards than the knees. Now, turn the crooks of the arms to the front, elbows come towards the back, and bring the elbows towards the back here. Drop your chin and chest, but keep your hips high. And then you can tuck the toes under here, or you can raise the toes towards the ceiling. And stay for a little bit longer. Keep breathing. Good. Now from here, drop all the way down onto the ground. And we're going to make our hands into fists with our thumbs inside. So thumb goes inside, fingers come around. Now we're going to stretch the arms towards the back. We're going to bring the fist underneath our thighs. And from here, ground your chin, take a deep breath in and raise the legs. Now, if you can't come this high, that's absolutely fine. Just raise the legs as high as you can without bending. And the feet stay together. And we slowly release. And release the hands, bring them next to the chest. Well done. This is a very, very hard one, locust or salutation. Now look down to the ground, head is off the ground, and we're going to inhale, push into the hands and raise the chest. You can stay here, you'll really feel your arms work, or you can come a little higher, but whatever you do, keep a little bend in the arms. And we look to the front, or if it's super high, we'll look up. So however high you are will determine where you're going to look. If you stay down here, you'll probably look just a few inches in front of the mat. And we breathe. This is the famous cobra or bhujangasana. Deep breaths. And if we flow through this, so you'll probably know that in vinyasa we flow through these poses. That's also great for a lot of reasons, but here you really feel the effect this has on your whole body, and we're holding and it's getting a little bit tough. So, now from here, deep breath in and exhale, come down. Inhale, push into the hands again, take your torso up, and then exhale, straighten the arms, push the hips to the back, child pose, drop the head. And make sure that your forearms are on the ground here, because that way you're relaxing the shoulders as well. Now we slowly make our way up. Coming onto all fours again, we'll tuck the toes under here. And then again, spread your fingers wide. Make sure that they can really support your weight here. It shouldn't just be the heel of the hands, especially if you've got a desk job. The hips go up, and we're going to straighten the legs. And we're going to walk the heels into the mat. And as we're getting comfortable here, we can push both heels towards the ground. And we might just feel that this is a little bit too much for the calves or hamstrings. So feel free to bend the legs a little bit here. That's absolutely fine. Now from here, let the chest push towards the back. We've got really strong shoulders here. Stretch out the arms. Upper body is really stretched and lengthening. And then we're going to take a deep breath in as we raise the right leg. And we're pointing the toes to the ceiling. We're not coming forwards here. We keep pushing to the back. And we take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, we step our foot in between the hands. You've got lots of time here. So if your foot has landed far further backwards, grab hold of it, send it forward, sink the hips down. And this time, back knee to the ground for everyone. Top of the foot relaxes. And we're going to take a deep breath in and raise the arms here into Anjaneyasana. And while we're here, a little story. You stay exactly where you are. So Anjaneyasana means son of Anjani. It's basically the son of Anjani is Hanuman. So it's the same person as the monkey god. And Hanuman, as you know, is this, or as you might know, is this, the split. So it's not far to go from Anjaneyasana to Hanumanasana. But we're staying here for the moment, looking up to the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. Palms can touch, but if you feel that the arms are just bending a little bit, palms apart is just as fine. Deep breath, big smile. Something really nice there on the ceiling, and you've never noticed it. Good. Good. Another deep breath in here. And on the exhale, float the arms down. Take a moment to roll the shoulders to the back. And then we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to tuck the back toes under. And from here, if you need to, in little steps, otherwise, immediately send that left leg up. We look down to the ground, fingertips on the ground, and we stay here. We're not going to go anywhere else. This is already enough. Feel your hamstrings here and feel that stretch. You can take that leg higher if you want. You don't have to. Good. And we hang out here. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, come into a forward fold. That leg comes down. We drop down. We relax. Head shake. Nod. Was that easy? Yes, we nod. Was it hard? No. Good. Now interlock the hands behind you. Good. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Take yourself halfway up. Looking down to the ground. Deep breath. Good. We'll come back into our chair. Inhale. Raise the arms. Drop the hips. Look up to the ceiling. Remember from the beginning, we can sink a little lower if we want. If this is all a little bit too much, we come higher. It's all up to you, to us. Good. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we float the arms down and straighten the legs. We roll the shoulders to the back, opening up the whole body towards the front, hands to the front, slide the shoulders down. Good. We can close the eyes for a moment and observe our breath. Now from here, open the eyes again. Take a deep breath in and raise the arms, look up. Exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. And with a straight spine, come all the way down into a forward fold. Drop your head. And some of us will bend the legs here. That's fine. There's no right or wrong. We're just restacking our spine here. We're just relaxing after a long, hard day. Good. Now, hands next to the feet, bending the legs as much as you need to make that happen. And then inhale, step the right leg to the back. As we exhale, we sink the hips down. Very good. And then make sure the fingers of the left hand are spread wide, very strong in the whole left arm, and the right arm rises high. Look up to the ceiling. And then breathe into your body. And every time you exhale, the hips can become a little bit softer, and we sink a little bit lower. You remember your option from last time. You can bring that back knee down to the ground. That's absolutely fine. Either way, we're twisting and we're enjoying. We'll remember if it gets too much for our neck muscles, we don't have to look up. We're just looking to the side. That's equally fine. And that left shoulder is strong and the right shoulder is open. We can push over a little bit further. Good. And we hold here, remembering it's not about how many poses we do and which poses we can do. It's about how we're doing them. Do we mean this? Are we really right here, right now? Maybe our mind is wandering to the next one because we know the sequence now. Good. We stay here and we breathe. Couple more breaths in through the nose and slowly out. Deep breath in. And we breathe out and release that hand down. Bring that back knee down. Top of the foot relaxes and we send that right leg to the back. Very good. And push the hips to the back, stretching out. Arms relaxed, child pose, Pralasana. And the head is getting nice and heavy here. The arms are completely relaxed. The shoulders are relaxing the moment you're dropping the forearms down onto the ground. You can close the eyes. A little break. We know we're still aware of the breath. Everything else always just follows the breath. That's all it is. Now slowly come up. Again, we might notice shoulders can come forwards a little bit. We can already tuck the toes under if we want, but I'll take you through it step by step. Tips of the arms to the front, elbows go in towards us. We're using our triceps here, sinking down until the chest lands in between the hands. Chin to the ground, we look to the front. We can tuck the toes under, or we raise the feet. We stay here because this is lovely. Deep breath. Good. Now slowly release. Come all the way onto the front of the body. I'm not going to torture you with the locust again. I've got something else for you. We're going to grab hold of our feet. If this is a little bit difficult, maybe it's easier to just grab hold of the big toes. That's enough. Very good. And from here, on an inhale, we're going to raise the legs and the torso, making sure the legs don't go apart. That's not what we want. Deep breath. Very good. Are you still with me? Then on the next inhale, you can come a little bit higher. Very good. This is Dhanurasana or the bowl. Good. Slowly release. Nice round bowl. And we bring the hands next to the chest. Little breath here, little breather. Legs completely relaxed and they stay relaxed. And we inhale and push into the hands and come up into our cobra. Looking to the front or up, deciding how high or low we'd like to be. But no matter how high, we keep a little bend in the arms. Very good. Everyone still with me? Good. Now deep breath in. And on the exhale, straight from here, push the hips to the back. Stretch out the arms, drop the head. Now whole body gets heavy. Hopefully you feel a nice relaxation sensation here in the back. Just that easing of the compression of the lumbar spine. Very good. And then from here, you can round your back if you want as you come up. Check what the hands are doing. Fingers spread as widely as they can be. Tuck the toes under, push the hips up, straighten the legs, walk the heels into the mat. And then focus on your upper body, remembering we don't want to take ourselves forwards into a mix of downward dog, mountain pose, or and plank, but really push everything towards the back here. Very good. We'll keep our breath steady. We let the heels get heavy. And on the next inhale, we're going to raise that left leg high, point the toes to the ceiling. Good. We can open up a bit to the left side here. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, use a little bit of momentum here maybe if you need to. Bring that left foot to the front. Land it right in between the hands. And once you're there, sink your back knee down. Hips come down as well. The back leg relaxes. And then just straighten our twist. And raise the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Remember, shoulders relaxed. And look up to the ceiling. For those who are a little bit unbalanced, you'll find it easier to look to the front. So don't push yourself too much. Just make sure you're still relaxed enough to notice that your breath is not deteriorating. Good, and enjoy. Anjani. A nice, deep, slow lunge. The arms are straight. There's space here between the ears and shoulders. The palms can be together, but don't have to. And on the next exhale, we float the arms down. And for good measure, we're going to roll the shoulders to the back. Great. And bring the hands onto the ground. Tuck your back toes under. Take as many mini steps as you need to. Or from here, raise that leg. You can stay low to begin with. Fingertips come onto the ground. You look to the ground rather than dropping the head. Very good. If you want to go for it, raise that leg higher. Might be quite easy or easier now after Anjanyasana, since we're already stretching there. Very good. And slowly drop the head and release the leg, coming back into a forward fold. Let ourselves hang here. Again, we can gently move the head from side to side. We can nod the head. We can, if we want to. We want to stretch a little bit deeper. Bring the hands to the calves and pull our torso closer towards the legs. Folding in half. Very good. Now from here, fingertips to the ground. Sink the hips down. Look to the front. And then from here, inhale, raise the arms, straighten the torso, reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. Then we're going to exhale and interlock the hands behind us, squeeze the shoulder blades, look down, torso comes down, but doesn't drop onto the legs. Shift your weight into the toes. And even if the heels come just ever so slightly off the ground, that's fine as well. We're going to balance here and we're very aware. Good. Now inhale, come back into your chair, arms re-tight. This is actually translated as the fierce pose. We're very fierce here, but we're not clenching our jaw. We're going to smile up at the ceiling again. Deep breath in and exhale, float the arms down, straighten the legs, roll the shoulders to the back, open the palms to the front. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Keep your spine nice and straight here. Good. We're going to inhale and raise the right knee. Now flex your foot. Good. Two options here. We're going to point the toes and send the leg to the front. This is harder. Hold on underneath and bend that leg a little bit if it's getting too much for you. Good. From here, exhale, send the toes all the way towards the back. So that leg goes towards the back and straightens there, and your torso comes towards the front. Nice and slowly into the hardest warrior, and we haven't even done the other ones. This is Warrior 3 or Virabhadrasana. Since we're staying here, that gives me time to explain. Veer is the hero. Virabhadra is just, well, one translation of it as warrior. There's a few others as well, like gracious hero, fair hero. Now, sink down into that left leg. Step the right foot to the back. The whole foot lands on the ground. And we're going to inhale into Warrior 1. We look to the front, or we look up to the ceiling. Deep breath. And feel your stomach rise and fall. Very good. Now, deep breath in. On the exhale, arms go to the side. We straighten the left leg. We open up our whole body to the right side. And we're going to reach for the front. Good. Stay here. And then bring that right arm over to the side as well. Good. If you need to come a bit higher, that's fine. Just don't push the hips to the back. Now drop that left hand, reach the right hand further forwards and slide further down without the hips pushing to the back. You want a straight line here. And we'll look up to the ceiling and then over towards the right hand. We can open the palm to the ceiling here, rotating the shoulder. We take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, we lower our gaze and we lower the arm. We bring the hands to the ground, bending that left leg, and we step forward. Drop the head, relax. And on the next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, and bring the hands to the heart center. Okay, you're going to see me do this from the other side now. I'm going to stay where I am. This might be easier to see then as well, but it's pushing to the back or not. So good. From here, hands stay at the heart center. We're going to take a deep breath in as we raise that left leg and flex the foot. So, and this might be harder here because we've already worked that right leg. So you might be quite aware of that burning sensation in the back of the leg. Good. Now from here, point the toes towards the front. If this is too much, just hold on underneath, and if you need to bend the leg, that's fine as well. You feel your leg shake, that's okay as well. Try not to bring your torso towards the back here. Good. We're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, the toes go towards the back. The leg straightens again towards the back this time, and the torso comes forward. And we breathe. And we want to relax our neck muscles. That's why we're looking down, so that the neck muscles are an extension of the rest of the spine. And as that left leg goes up, the hip pushes down. So we're not opening up to the left. And that brings us a little bit more into balance. Now sink into that right leg. Keep bending the right leg. Step the left foot to the back. And then raise the arms. We're back in our warrior one. We'll look to the front. If we're unbalanced, we look up if that's comfortable and we're balanced enough. We take deep breaths into the body, in through the nose, and out. Good. We might gently push that right hip to the back. We want our hips to be aligned here to the front. So think of that openness towards the front. Now, last deep breath in. On the exhale, arms open up. Our whole body opens up. The other side now. Good. Arms to the front and back. We're going to reach for the front. Don't push the hips to the back. Reach as far as you can. Bring that left arm over. Let's change now because I think you've seen enough. We're reaching. And then we're dropping that right arm, reaching the left arm as far over as we can, coming down a little lower if we can, staying higher if that's what we need to do to be in that straight line. Now look up to the ceiling. And then from there, look over to your hand and feel free to open the palm to the ceiling. And this is Trikonasana, Trikon, triangle, 3 angles. Good, we take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, the head goes down, the arm comes down, and we bring the hands to the ground. Now from here, rather than stepping forward, we're going to raise that back heel off the ground and step back into our inverted V, downward dog or mountain pose. Deep breath in here, and on the exhale, we bring the knees to the ground, push the hips to the back, and this time, floor on the ground, arms to the side. And when I say to the sides, I mean to the sides of the legs. We can close the eyes. And come back to our breath. And then one by one, we come back up and we swing the legs to the front so we can come onto our back. We'll take the legs with us here and then we move in towards our chest. Just get comfortable here. You can close the eyes. Back of the head is firmly on the ground. And notice how you can start relaxing your shoulders now. Your lower back. Legs are allowed to get heavy. The arms are getting heavy too. Feel that rise and fall of the stomach against your legs. And on the next exhale, slowly release the feet onto the ground. Interlock the hands behind you. And then bring that right knee on top of the left. Just relaxing it here, or if you want, the right foot can come underneath the left leg again. And take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, very gently, drop your knees to the left. Look to the right. Or just turn your head to the right if you'd like the eyes to close. And we're keeping the right shoulder firmly on the ground here. So don't worry about how high or low your knees are. That's completely irrelevant. Now see how your lower back is feeling. What you can feel in the right side of the body here. How you can breathe into your rib cage and really feel it expand along with the chest. And we're relaxing and breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then slowly raise the knees again. And bring your right ankle on top of the left knee. Now from here, keep your upper body firmly in touch with the ground and drop the knee to the right so that the inside of the left foot is on the ground. You're pushing that left knee down. You're opening up here the right hip. You're just staying here. You can turn your head to the left or you can keep looking up to the ceiling. And if you're looking a little bit more like that, that's fine. Just stretch. That's all we want. Stretch into the body. And breathe into the body. And the two work so well together. Now slowly release, one by one. And if you want, give your legs a little shake here. Stretch them out, shake them off, point and set your toes, roll your feet, do whatever you need to do, whatever feels right. And then slowly bring the feet back in towards you. And bring that left knee over the right. And that's all it needs. But if you want to, the left foot can come under the right leg again. We take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, the knees drop to the right. And we keep our left shoulder firmly on the ground. We turn the head to the left. And we can close the eyes here so that we focus a little bit more on what's going on in the body. No distraction from the room around us. Just the breath and the sensations in the body. And maybe we'll check that smile is still on our face. And then we're relaxing the jaw. And we're keeping the breath unconstricted. Feeling it in the left side of the body. Good. Take another deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we raise the knees again and slide that left ankle on top of the right knee. Good. Again, from here, keep your upper body exactly as it is. Inside of the right foot comes down onto the ground as we drop the knee to the left. And you shouldn't just feel that in the hips, you should also feel it in the right side of the body that's being stretched here. I can close the eyes, or I can relax as before. You know the pose we're in. You know it doesn't have to look a certain way. And I take slow breaths. Good. And slowly raise the knees again. And this time to stretch out, stretch the legs up towards the ceiling, point your toes, flex your toes, roll your toes, no right, no wrong. You can bend the legs, straighten them. And then slowly come into our legs up the wall, or Ardha Halasana. That's your half cow. Arms relaxed to the sides. The palms can open here, or the palms can come down. Just make sure the shoulders are relaxed. And we keep the legs at a 90-degree angle with the upper body with the ground, pointing the toes. If you need to bend the legs in towards you, that's fine. And this lovely little pose has a lot of the benefits that Sarvangasana, or the shoulder stand, has. But it's a little bit more gentle on the body, especially the certain vertebra for Vata bodies. So if you have a certain body constitution that has quite sensitive vertebra, you're better to stay here. So I thought we'd do that today. Just going here raises your GABA levels. And for those who don't know, that is your gamma-aminobutyric acid. It's quite a mouthful. It's a positive neurotransmitter which slows down the firing of neurons in the body. It makes you calm and relaxed, less agitated, less excited. So a nice one to end on. And close the eyes. Just relax into the body. And I feel the legs get quite warm. I feel a sensation we don't quite know how to place. Stay for a little bit longer. And then from here, deep breath in. On the exhale, knees go in towards us. And we gently rock from side to side. Feeling our mid back, our upper back, and our lower back. Good. Deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. And again. And release the feet down onto the ground. Stretch the arms up over the head. Keep yourself stretched into both sides of the body. And then slowly come onto the right side of the body and make your way up to a seated position. If you like, as before, crossing the legs. Or if you prefer, you can come with me and sit on the heels in Vajrasana in the thunderbolt pose. Okay, so this has the benefit of us sitting a little bit higher, being very open in our diaphragm. And that's what we want for the last couple of minutes. We're going to close the eyes. We're going to bring the hands to our belly. We take a deep breath in and we feel the belly rise. And then a strong breath out through the nose, in through the nose and out through the nose. Belly rises and falls. As if you were blowing out a candle with your nose. So we're cleansing here, now release. And we're going to drop the chin to the chest. And we're going to calm our body through a different kind of breath. We keep the eyes closed, the chin stays on the chest, and we take a deep breath in and hum out. We'll keep the eyes closed and we raise the head. We're just straightening the head, shoulders are still relaxed, and we'll imagine being a bee and we're going to hum as a bee would. So with a nice and round sound. Take a deep breath in. And And slowly roll the shoulders to the back. And as we do that, we can take our head gently from side to side, ear to shoulder, maybe chin to shoulder. We can keep the eyes closed, we can open them. And chin to chest, shoulders slide down. And take a deep breath in and raise the arms. Bring the palms together over the head. And we exhale and bring the thumbs to our third eye or to our forehead, to our throat, and to our heart. And we slowly open the eyes. Thank you very much for joining me. Now I'll see you again soon.